Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here back with more Let's Play Shining Wisdom. And we are here in Otagon. I'm gonna switch off that, and we're gonna focus on ice magic. It works for now. So we need to go to the jump labyrinth, and I'm pretty sure I screwed up in the exact same way the last time I played this game. I thought, oh, well, I need to go to this no, wrong labyrinth. I'm 90% sure that I made the same mistake when I played it the first time. So, yay for making the same mistakes. Also, I said not too long ago that I'm ahead of where I was in my last playthrough. That's actually not accurate. I'm actually falling behind in terms of life content, really. I'm pretty sure I'm an orb behind at this point. Alright, so where we want to go is this section here, this one little cave that I said we could come back to later. This is where we want to go. So we're going to go in here, and we are not going to use the record book because it doesn't matter. This is not a long labyrinth, and it's not really a time-consuming labyrinth. We've got a door up here and a conveyor belt section that takes us to a door up there that's actually locked. So we need to find a key. And then up this way is a set of stairs should we fall down the holes on the conveyor belt section. So what we actually want to do is come over here and run up here. And again, there was a doorway going down on the other corner. That's if we fall down while trying to get to this section. We've got a grabby hand thing there, a switch to that block, and a way out. This takes us down here for this little section, but if we come down here and race out... Oh, I'm not keeping my acceleration. I keep just losing it ever so slightly. I keep drifting down a row. Let's switch to something that's got a little bit more speed to it, so I can definitely outrun that. No, I want to get it. There we go. I want to come over here and outrun that to get that, and that gives us a full 2 bubbles of life stock, which I think I may be ahead of that this playthrough than I was the last. I may be caught up, but I'm pretty sure I'm a full bubble gone of standard health. So, what we need to do now is we need to dig. If you ever see sand in a dungeon like this, it's put there for a reason. So we come up here and there's bombs. There's lots of bombs. But what we actually need to do is we need to freeze the bombs. Because the bombs, we can't get them to where we need to get them otherwise. So we're actually going to wait for this one to thaw out so that it activates. Pick it up, and it'll blow up that wall, so we can go that way. But getting it to the creepy wall face, we don't have that time. So we need to freeze it, grab it, and then run like hell. Because, as you can see, it slows down ever so much. And that's one hit. We need one more, so we need to come over here and do that again. As you can see, they stay frozen for a really long time when they're not on screen. So that's actually something that can be used to your advantage. But by the time you come back on screen, it'll wear off. So now we will use that to destroy him. This last bomb, we will actually have to keep frozen, because we do not want it to explode. That is the antithesis of what we want. So what we're going to do is wait for them to thaw, freeze it, and then grab it, run like hell, and before it thaws, throw it, so that it does not, so that the fuse does not activate. And then we're going to refreeze it, and do the same thing over and over again. So, and then we use it to open that, so that we can come up here, get this, and we get a blue key, and that will actually be the key to the locked door on the conveyor belt section that we could not get to before. So, let's go up here, trying to avoid falling off the conveyor belt. It is obnoxious to do in this dungeon. I was actually reading a review of this game that someone wrote forever ago, it seems, and they did not review it favorably, which a lot of people don't, which is disappointing because this game has its charms. I understand that, you know, it's not perfect, but it has some good sections to it that I really enjoy, and I think most gamers would really enjoy given the chance. But their biggest problem with the game was that it only uses 3 of the Saturn's face buttons. We have an L and R button, we have X, Y, Z button, none of which are used. And Working Designs in the manual apparently states that yes, they know about that, they know it's unfortunate, but they didn't have time to do anything about it. So it's one of those things that's disappointing. That a lot of people look at this game unfavorably because of things like that. Alright, so as you can see, like I said earlier, if there are sections with dirt, they're put there for a reason. And we can see a treasure chest over to our right, but in order to get it, we actually have to go to our left. And we have to be very careful, because some of these sections will actually cause you to fall down. Alright, where the hell am I going? I'm going over here. There we go. Alright, so as you can imagine, this section, pretty self-explanatory. This one, you go up here, get that, we get another life orb, come up here, and that's actually not where we wanted to go. We wanted to go up here, so we can go into this room. There's a hidden switch there that we have to actually get out of the dirt to activate. And then come over here, and we get another blue key, which it's kind of surprising that they use the blue key multiple times here. That's a little interesting. There's nothing else that we can get to there in this room, so we are going to go up the way we came. And the switch we hit actually will have lowered the spikes that we could see on that other section. So that is how we progress through there. And we're going to switch to the ice orbs so that we have a weapon, because these guys, they're aggravating. However, the ice orb can hit them multiple times, which is actually kind of useful. It doesn't always do that, but when it does, it's a big help. Alright, so we have another conveyor belt section that we have to get past, and oh, I screwed up, which means we're gonna have to come down here. I really hate these conveyor belt sections. I really, truthfully do. Alright, let's make our way back up. Yeah, I went through and read some of the other reviews by that person. It's like, you know what? I see the gripes, and I checked some of the other reviews that they've done to say, like, okay, are you just... Are you nitpicking for the sake of nitpicking, or... And, you know, a lot of their other reviews, you know, I kind of agreed with, but I still also... son of a bitch, this is just so difficult to do. It would be so much easier if we had this dungeon's treasure. And I'm not even joking about that. If we had this dungeon's treasure, I could get through that with, you know, in a heartbeat. But you know, I know this game's not for everyone, but I really think if people who are fans of this genre give it a try, they'll like it. So, alright, let's just stick to normal walking. And there we go. So not trying to rush through it actually did me more good. And now we can go downstairs, and there'll be a new part of the dungeon, which we will need the shoes for. So let's make a path, and then instantly get rid of the boots. Because we've got these guys who are just going to kind of fling themselves all over the place. Hey, health. I'm kind of okay with that. Alright, so this is actually where we need to go, which I was not expecting to get to. Alright, so this section, we got a little series of stairs going down. Come down here, kill a bat apparently. All the way down here, there's a switch. There's a snail. So we know what happens with the switches in this dungeon, what we need to do. And then we have bombs. And actually what we're going to do is skip part of this for now. And throw all these bombs out of the way and switch to the shoes. Break through the floor. And this will get us a treasure. We get an angel wing, which is somewhat helpful. And then there are bombs, which guess what we get to do with the bombs? We get to blow up... Really? That didn't work out. That hopefully works out. There we go, that works out a little bit. So anytime you see an odd wall, more than likely it's going to be blow-upable. Alright, so now we are going to do our freeze trick after we kill that thing, because Lord knows we don't want to try to carry bombs with something erratic bouncing all over the place. So let's freeze... Well, I think we only really need one bomb, but we're going to have to do it multiple times, because obviously we can't make it all the way down here otherwise. So, freeze it again, throw it onto its platform, and it'll keep that open up, and now we go this way. And we're going to switch back to ice, or not, so we actually need the lightning orb and that. So, what I need to do is hit that in the water, so it'll, well... Alright, there, it doesn't matter. What we need to do is get over here and throw the lightning into the ring. We're playing a game of hoops. Alright, come on. Get rid of all of the lily pads. And not quite enough. There we go. That did it. And we're going to do this a couple more times. Oh, we need to kill everything now. So best way to do that is with our shotgun ice. If this were that's basically, this is Mega Man X. This is shotgun ice. I actually really liked shotgun ice. It was I like the abilities from Mega Man 1 more than most of the others. Like the abilities in Mega Man X4 seemed a little strange. Alright, so as we can see here, we've got multiple hoops that we have to hit. However, apparently hitting the water with the lightning destroyed all of the lily pads, so that's actually something to keep in mind. And there we go. And that's it. That's it for this dungeon. That's all we need. We now have the spring shoes, which they do not get any sort of ability with the orbs, unfortunately, because they are simply for movement. That's all they are good for. So, like I said, if we had this dungeon's treasure, getting through the conveyor belt would have been a hell of a lot easier. And this takes us here, which means we actually just need to leave at this point. Because I don't really think there's anything for us to do. So, we can kill things. Actually, I think there is some... There's sections of this dungeon we haven't been to yet. At least I think there are. I don't remember. I just remember the end. I remember getting the shoes. Let's do another once-over. Make sure there's nothing else that we have missed while we're here. Because we don't want to have to come back to do things. That's just not what anyone ever wants to do. Alright, so there's mushrooms. There's a hole in the floor. That's where we came from. There is something there, but I don't know if it's somewhere we've been to. So let's try falling down there and see where it takes us. Oh, okay. That takes us there. And there is one other place we haven't been to. There was that other set of stairs when we first entered. But I have a feeling it won't take us anywhere important. But for completionist's sake, let's see where it takes us. Because, like I said, I want to make sure I get everything if I can. Alright, so a pair of magic hands just randomly following us around now. Alright, so yeah, nothing there. So it seems like the only places that we have not been to are the places that are dead ends. So as far as I can tell, we have all of the items that we can get, and we've got the dungeon's treasure. So that's really the long and short of it, isn't it? I would say so. So let's actually show that off. See, it's so much easier. And this will actually let us traverse other sections that we have not been able to thus far. However, it is one of those items that we just do not have a weapon equipped for. So, you can use it to move around, but you can't really use it for much anything else. So, I guess what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'll head back to town and save it, and then end this episode. And I'll see you guys in the next installment where we will tackle one of the other elemental labyrinths. I believe the next one is going to be the fire. The game tells you can do these in pretty much whatever order you want, but that's pretty much a lie. There's only so much you can do. But let's look around here. I want to make sure some of these sections. Okay, so that. I don't think there are any like side slide walls. I think they're all just from the top. But while we're here, let's look around. Oh, I was like, what orb do I have? Oh, it's that one. And nothing there, so yeah, I know like I said, there's stuff that I'm missing, but I don't know what it is that I had gotten from my previous playthrough that would put me behind now. Because I know I've got some things earlier now than I did before. So, anyway, like I said, I'll end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next installment. And we will head to the next dungeon. And get another elemental orb. So, till then, later everyone.